Welcome back to another episode of What Could Possibly Go Wrong. Thanks a lot, Pugwash. You've jinxed the whole show. Let's see who's here early and on time. We've got Lurch, and Lurch is in the Discord with me to read your chat. Welcome back, Lurch.
Somehow, Lurch has returned. What's up, everybody?
What could possibly go wrong? Phantom6767 is here. And he's a flatbedder for 30 months. Welcome back into the audience. And, well, you weren't back. You were here yesterday, but yeah. Welcome back home. Wim55 is here. Lobo1G is here. Thor is here. That's interesting. I thought it came up with your name earlier, but I guess not. So, and Pugwatch is here, putting the jinx on everything. And by the way, Wim, thanks for the kind comments about the live stream thumbnail and intro video. By the way, that intro video, along with some captions, is available for members, and you're a member. So all you gotta do is go back in and look at the members playlist. And you'll see that one and another one, the one for Nordic Horizon that I did, if you didn't already see it. Shorty is here. Welcome, Shorty. Oh my. Wait. Why is Nightbot here? How did Nightbot get in? Did I not set this for members only? I'm sure I did. Yeah, it says members. Nightbot's never been in a members stream before. That's weird. Okay, well, moving on. I lost track. Sorry. Wiz is here. Her. We got to find that man some ease. And of course, Nightbot is here. So watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock key and don't spit out too many emojis, or Nightbot will get you. See, I forgot that yesterday. I forgot how to say all that yesterday for some reason. And Nightbot is spamming. Someone should time out Nightbot. Let me see if I can time out Nightbot. Let's see. I am going to turn off at least one of those messages we don't need.
We're already supporting the channel by being members.
Wait, what? Someone say something?
No, I was just talking about the Nightbot spam.
Right. Well, I didn't turn it all off, but maybe I should, because so we don't need to join the membership. Let's see. We do need to remind you to buy a coffee, join it. Well, you don't. Most of you guys are in the Discord. But like and subscribe and go to the merch store. Okay, I took out two things. So, Thor is him with the hammer. Yeah, Matthew Roth is here. I'm going to do some shout outs here for flatbedders. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, Bedrock, our top ATS driver for February 2023. He made an appearance yesterday. He was lurking while working. He was doing more than lurking. He was chatting. That was good to see. Bill Welburn, Nicholas XXXN, Susan Arthur, our top Euro truck driver for August 2025. Captain Minnesota, Trucker Kitty, Norwegian Trucker Nicholas. Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for March 2025, and our top ATS driver for all of 2023. Tasmified, Johnny Hansen. Lobo1G, our top Euro truck driver for July 2025. Pugwash, our top Euro truck driver for April 2024. All right, pilots in the audience. Well, chatting. Hey, Pugwash, if you haven't already, can you verify that your page thingy settings has been upped to at least 30, if not 50 or more. And then try getting on the Euro Truck server and drive through the crash zone and see if your game crashes, please, when you get a chance. Phantom 6767, our top Euro Truck driver for October 2024. Not necessarily during the stream, but when you get a chance. Wim 55, our top ATS driver for March 2024. Torsev Ice Bear, our top Euro Truck driver for August 2023. David Long, aka Shorty, our top ATS and Euro Truck driver for September 2025. And Wiz Nation, our top ATS driver for October 2025. That reminds me.
Please excuse this interruption, but it's been brought to my attention that not only to my ears, but to pilots as well, you're sounding different.
Me?
Yes.
Is it because I'm sitting up straight?
Remember that time a couple months ago when I had said that you sounded different?
Different how? Different bad,
like your
different.
Your mic is like a bit further away or something?
Yeah. Not in my ears, Wim. Does that mean I sound the same or I'm not coming through? Hey, Willie.
Lobo says almost sounds like you're in a tunnel.
Yeah, I remember that. Let me check something here.
Here's you clearly as ever.
Huh. Clear, just different. I am just checking some things. Because you know how Windows is.
Well, it says he wondered if a different mic was picking you up.
Windows is still using the same mic for an input that I normally do, which is my NVIDIA Broadcast default device. So let me check NVIDIA Broadcast, make sure it's using the right source. It's not.
Now I don't hear you at all. At least in the Discord. We're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Yep, Pilot says that this is why Lurch and I weren't sure if we should say anything. You're talking and I'm not hearing it.
Sorry, clicked on the wrong thing.
Okay.
See, Pugwash? Wim is right. Pugwash, you don't have to. Can you hear me in the stream? Can you guys hear me?
Well, I hear the Discord now.
Okay. Now you sound normal again. I am not normal. But thank you. Yeah. It was NVIDIA Broadcast. It was selecting my camera mic again. Stupid Windows updates, which I had yesterday. Gotta remember to check all that stuff. So, Pugwatch, you can just post in that VTC staff channel that we've been posting in, so we keep it all together. And thank you. Okay, we got that sorted out. How much time did we waste on that? I don't want to think about. But not, I mean, no offense, Pilot. I'm glad you pointed it out. I want it fixed, but geez, craziness. Okay, back again. Lobo, sound like you usually do now. Good deal. Discord says the same again. Okay, now I'm going to go look. Okay, here's another squirrel. I don't see that it says I'm streaming on Twitch. It just says that I'm in the live stream, whatever. Okay. I'm not going to play with that squirrel. Let's see. Chris says, if my lips reading is sound, I think he is as
using bad language.
Okay, moving on. Let's go look at Canada. So
Yapsai
is here. Where is he? I don't see him. How come I don't see him?
Underneath where Pugwash was saying about bad language.
Seriously, I don't see him.
Are you in top chat?
No.
Instead of live chat?
No. Yes. I see him. Why do these things keep happening?
I see, says this blind man.
The stream just went off the rails. Yes. That pops up into the live chat holding a squirrel.
This isn't a railroading channel, Pilot. He went off his tires.
Oh, it's a metaphor. Hey, Jaffo, welcome to the stream. See, I saw him. Okay. I'm going to get back into some trucking stuff here because I don't know how long we've been at this. 15 minutes. Well, 13 minutes since the stream started. Okay. We are, anybody know where we are? Anybody know where I am? Oh, you can see at the top of the screen, Butte, Montana. Butte, Montana. Way down south of Butte, Montana.
Japsai says, clean your glasses, boomer.
I did clean them before we started. How come I don't see that? Oh, because I'm in top messages over here, my tablet.
No, don't do that, Pug.
Okay, so I think I posted a photo of this area in the Discord at some point. And we can now access ProMods Canada, which is basically British Columbia, southern British Columbia, from Idaho right here. And we've got 3 new cities here, Cranbrook, Golden, and Revelstoke. Now, I did a delivery the other day all the way up here to Golden. And it's a beautiful drive. And the thumbnail for this live stream I took while on this drive in British Columbia. So, but to find a load going up to Golden, I had to come down here to Butte. So we're just going to jump right into it. For any more squirrels make an appearance. As some of you may know, I am easily distracted. Got Boudreaux the bear with me. That's because what did I do? I did that load to Baton Rouge. I see a lot of doubles and triples on this trip. That is courtesy of a new mod that I put in that Pugwatch suggested. There's some triples. So I have updated my mods list in the description below to correspond with what the current mods list and sequence. Just made a big change as a result of new recommendations by Zeemods that Pilot posted in the Discord yesterday. This morning.
Thor says, I declined the price for #1 driver in ETS for November, but not the #1 place. Because I also won in October. As I remember, I can't win again in 3 months, right?
Yeah, something like that. Well, actually, you got second place in Euro Truck. Cats Gaming, I posted it yesterday. You were #1 in TrucksBook, but in Trucky, Cats Gaming was #1 because he had some runs that didn't show up in TrucksBook. But he's not eligible for 2 reasons. One, it was his second month. And 2, he left the VTC last week. So he's still in the Discord, but he moved to a different VTC. He was having some troubles with his TrucksBook, like we all do sometimes. But yeah, Thor, I was going to DM you and start working on scheduling your one-on-one convoy you have coming. And same thing with Shorty. We've been fighting. I know both of you wanted to do your one-on-one convoy in the Nordic Horizon area. And
he's confused now.
We've been having trouble. I posted, look up in the announcements channel, you'll see what I'm talking about. Or who plays first and second. I'm gonna want to get you and Shorty to make an adjustment to your config file for Eurotruck, because we've been having some crashes that we think that this change in the config file fixes, or at least alleviates. Pugwatch is going to do another test. I am behind on a number of things. While I did get the results from last month posted yesterday, I still don't have the runners-up list done. So I dropped a pin up in Canada for a place to stop for the night. I think I forgot to point that out during all the distractions. Pilot, I wanted to, and Pugwash, wanted to follow up on my post earlier in the VTC staff chat. That rabbit we've been chasing in Euro Truck, I now have to wonder, is that a red herring now that I've found that it's been creeping in since early this year? Are we wasting a bunch of time trying to track that down, or is that just part of the learning process? I don't think that's solved our problems. I think changing the page buffer
says, I love this part of the USA, also Montana, Idaho, and Washington.
Well, this is Montana, and yeah, I agree. I love driving here in real life. Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Washington, well, parts of Washington, and Oregon. Mostly eastern Oregon and Washington. Because it is gorgeous here. And I know you guys can't see it, but I'm getting 60 frames right now. Meaning you can't see my counter hidden behind my camera. But I am getting 60 frames per second in this outside view. But that's pretty nice. Now I'm getting around 40, so it drops about 20 by the time I come in here. Or more, 20 or more.
Pugwash says, I spent a lot of time in this area. It's breathtaking, especially sitting on the roof. And Pilot says, probably a red herring. The config file seems to be the fix.
Yeah, when I started seeing all those other posts over at the SCS forum from other people going back to like March, it occurred to me that this isn't something new that's just started happening.
Yeah, it's might try running a bone stock game at some point, but I don't have my original config file anymore.
If you reinstall the game, won't it do that? Because it seems to me when Wiz had to reinstall, all of his config file settings reset.
says my internet will take until tomorrow if I start now, but yes, it should.
Are you saying your internet's slow?
And Wim says both games, but ETS in particular, are getting bigger and bigger due to all the DLCs. So a large buffer page file size in the config file is recommended for everyone.
Well, I guess I need to do a tutorial video about that.
Pilot ads wonder why SCS wouldn't automatically set that.
Good point.
And then he adds, oh wait, they hate mods.
You know, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I think there's certainly an element at SCS that does, the purists. But at the same time, SCS is working with modders, giving them tools that they need, or working with them in advance of new releases. I have to wonder about that. Maybe they hate most mods, but like some modders because they follow their rules or something. I don't know. Like Soundfix is back, as an example.
Gore says, I changed my config file size on ATS ages ago, but the profile I was using in ETS was at the original buffer page size of 30. That's why it was juddering. I've since put it up to 100.
Okay, good. I put mine to 50 and my game crashes stopped happening. I still get a little stuttering, but the game crashes stopped. There's this one area in Sweden that we would go to, Pugwash and Pilot and I, and every time we drove through past a certain area, the games would crash. Almost every time. I think my page buffer size was set to 20 by default, and I upped it to 50.
It says, true, I just feel slighted by being ignored.
Yeah. I don't like that they were so dismissive. I mean, I understand they have a lot of posts to respond to. And when you get a lot of the types of things that annoy you, you become dismissive, especially like towards mods and things. I get it. But we provided all the information that they asked for, and that they've not responded again. And that's just being dismissive, and it's irritating. And just for the rest of you, the backstory is that Pilot put a post over on the SCS forums trying and get some resolution to this problem we've been having. And they said they needed more information, so we provided it, and then they just labeled the post as mods and have not responded again.
Thor's buffer page size is 300 for ETS.
Wow. That's what it is now, or it's what it's been? And what's the limitation on that, I wonder? RAM?
Or says that top trumps mine. And Pilot added, I have a joke for that, but this is family friendly.
Who had it at 300? What?
Thor.
Oh. By the way, welcome to Idaho.
Pilot saw some posts like Thor told him that we're even telling people that the TrucksBook plugin was a mod.
Yeah. But it's a plugin. And by the way, I noticed, Pilot, I didn't tell you. Maybe you saw it. But in some of those or at least one of those screenshots I posted where I had no mods in my game, I do see an error message from Zap saying that I can't find one of the sound and effects plugins or mods. So even if because I have Zap in my plugins folder, the game is recognizing that and it's going to throw an error when it doesn't find one of those mods in the active list for a particular profile. And what do you call it? STS is going to see that.
Thor says, now my brain is working overtime to find the joke in that.
Welcome to Coeur d'Alene. Just beautiful.
I finally got Nordic Horizons, and it's even better looking than actually driving, or even better looking actually driving it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
says, and Nightbot is back.
Right, well, I didn't knock it out completely. I just killed a couple of messages. Just to cut down on the amount of posts. So now we're going to head up to Sandpoint in northern Idaho, and then we'll cross the border there. Ooh.
Jordy says, maybe Thor should check out that bridge and see if he gets booted out of the game like me and Pugwash do.
When I increased my page buffer, Shorty, I no longer got booted. And I think Pugwash is checking it. I'll have to get with you and either do a video or show you how to make that change.
That thumbs up button and make Boomer's day. Pugwash says, I'm okay now, Shorty. I've bumped up my buffer to 100. But saying you could actually include some of the other config file changes at the same time, maybe.
Or we could point people to that video. But I should do a tutorial video. I'm behind on that.
Says like what?
I'm still stumped though, Pilot, about why that stuttering and game crashing happens on the server and not in solo. It's really bugging me. Sandpoint, Idaho. This is beautiful.
Or says after update 1.57 in Nordic Horizon, it really feels like driving in my backyard. It says it happened to me in solo on 1-to-1 scale map, Grand Utopia.
That's a modded map. But it's interesting. We're just talking about base game, Nordic Horizon DLC area. Even with a bunch of mods driving solo, I don't recall having a stuttering issue. I get on the server and it's like some places it's Stutter City before changing that page buffer.
WMADs, and I got the reaction in GDC that I should increase the page buffer size, and it worked.
Huh. Take a look at the map real quick and see where we are. So we've left, of course, Butte down yonder. Yeah, right down here. Travel all the way up. And we're getting close to the border crossing. I'm probably going to need to get fuel. Well, I got to waste. I could get all the way there, but still more comfortable. Anyway, yeah, that's my planned stop, but I think I might want to stop somewhere with, there's no sleep trigger there. Okay, that's where we are. Northern Idaho, the very tippy top. Got a red. Last time I came through here, I didn't have to go through that scale. But it's gray, so we'll uncover it. That's always a good thing.
Black Mustang?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it passed us a little bit ago.
Hood is covering it.
Yeah, 3.5 years ago when I first started live streaming, I was doing a live stream convoy. And I wasn't paying attention. And I pulled up behind a car just like that at a traffic light. And I didn't see it. because it was blocked by the hood. That was one of my first accidents during a live stream. I think that was the same live stream where I very first time I rolled my truck in a live stream. Maybe even the only time.
It says, and that's why I like cab overs also. And Thor agrees.
Yeah, you can see them. And I appreciate that in Euro Truck. When I pull up behind a car and I can see the mirror up in the front of the windshield. And I can see how close I am to that car in front of me. Wash with 3 coffee. Sorry for being a jinx. You know, at some point we got to put that on your truck. Not jinx, but what could possibly go wrong? Or it's going to have to be our company motto, as I think you also said.
Wim says, so please, boss, put the K100E back into the mods.
We're going to do some more testing for American Truck. We've been sidetracked with Euro Truck lately this past week. But I briefly did put the K100 on when I was doing some testing in ATS, and it did not appear to be the mod that was slowing things down. I even put the res built stuff back in it, and it didn't slow us down. So I don't know what's up with that. We need more testing. It's possible that it didn't slow us down because I didn't shut my game all the way down. When you shut your game down and try to get on the server, it's got to look at everything anew. So I think that was a flaw in my testing. Oh, she's got a yawn. I need to stop sooner than I thought. Oh, dang it.
Or says K100E slow?
Processing on the server. We've been having trouble with that. Jeez, I just passed sleep triggers. Can I go back? Can I turn around? I feel trapped. I don't want to go to Canada. Oh. Yeah, this is the Bonehead Trucker's worthy move.
Says, however, I prefer to drive the Freightliner FLB when in solo mode.
I gotta go over the scale again. Well, this just keeps getting better. Well, I guess I may as well get fuel while I'm here.
Jordy says, good thing you did not have an articulated trailer.
I wouldn't have even attempted it. Well, I do have the realistic traffic mod in, I think. So in theory, traffic should be lighter at the border crossing. But because this is SES, I think we're still going to have a lot of traffic.
It's asking Wim to post the link for the FLB and ATS mods when he gets a chance.
Yeah, it seems to me that there was somebody else that's run through our Discord that was also into that. Or maybe they posted it in a live chat. I don't remember. This isn't too bad.
Says he'll do that. You could hear a pin drop. This boomer lines up. The border crossing. See if he makes the shot.
Well, I guess Rashid didn't call ahead and tell him to deny me entry. He didn't call the border patrol and say, nope, don't let that boomer guy in.
Thor makes an interesting observation. Your first weigh-in was 69,745. Second weigh-in was 70,957.
I got fuel. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, this is just gorgeous. Time to get on the roof. Another scale?
Thank you today.
We burned off 40 pounds of fuel, apparently.
is at this one.
What was that?
He
Couldn't
said
hear you
maybe
when I was up
Mr.
loud.
He said maybe Mr. Nope is at this one. Dirty says nope. Ricochet just called every way station to make sure you were legal.
We are coming up on the first new city, Cranbrook. It's time to have. We've only got 5 hours left to deliver. I got no time leeway. I'll have to get the viewpoints in another time. Cranbrook.
Fun fact, right now it is only 2 degrees warmer than my upright freezer outside.
Yeah, that's an interesting dichotomy when you live in the northern tier states, and the inside of your freezer is warmer than outside.
My upright is set to -4. The current temperature is outside is -2.
You know, it occurs to me that that's a good time to defrost your freezer. You could put all the frozen goods outside.
Well, as long as it's in the shade so that the sun doesn't have an effect.
Good point.
Just dig a hole in a pile of snow and shove it all in there. It says I actually did that once. My fridge went out in the winter, so we just put our food outside in the snow. It worked perfectly. Thor says just put it outside on the north side of the house. It's in the shadow all day. Says packaged food, I presume.
Out of control. Come on. Get in gear. Ooh. I think I'll wait for this guy.
I was like, yeah. Oh, that's where those veggies went.
And I was just gonna say what Thor said. It'll be like a surprise. So pretty here.
Mentioned Revelstoke before, and seeing the bear co-passenger over there reminds me that Virtual Railfan has a camera in Revelstoke, and they see bears strolling through there every so often.
Oh yeah?
We even named it. Revy.
They gave the bear a name?
Yeah. Jatho says, yep. Don't know what he says yep to, but he says yep.
Oh, maybe he watched that channel too. Oh, I'm gonna be late.
Yep, VRF. Says, seeing those bridges you pass, Boomer, in the Netherlands, they need to upgrade or fix or even replace the bridges that are built in the post-war time from the 50s. So that's a large chunk of taxes needed for the upcoming years.
Yeah, we're facing that ourselves in this country all over. A lot of bridges built in the 50s and 60s. I mean, I've driven across one in trucking, and I posted a video of it, that I guess it had to be about 90 years old. Look at that view.
Says to Jeff, he has his own bear tech team. Twitch Thor says, don't say he named his bear Yogi.
Goodbye to you.
Whip says, and the traffic has become denser and heavier.
Yeah, it's like that all over. Most places.
Where's Bedrock? He should chime in here with all this bridge talk now.
Oh, look, a roundabout. To our warning. Yeah, we are right on the edge. Gonna have to do a little speeding here towards the end.
Here's our freight.
All I can say is that they've really done a magnificent job yet again. Now, I've never been here. I'm just saying that it looks pretty awesome, and thank you for pulling out in front of me. I was just making good time. Yep.
Who says these roundabouts are at least wider than in Europe? Like in Nordic Horizon's boss?
Notice there's a lot of trains.
Says we have a lot of bridges built in the early 60s with concrete cancer and are gradually crumbling. Lots of specialists injecting various chemicals to stop the rot. earlier, Jeff was said it depends on which bear comes through. Sometimes it's all three, Larry, Curly, and Mo. Be right back. I think I just heard a package get dropped outside my door.
Well, you better get it before the porch pirates do. Says indeed, beautiful scenery. It says that's happening here in some places too. Very old bridges that are still standing but need a little help. Or says my head is giving me problems, so I'll go join my pillow in the bed. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Thor. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Golden. Looks like a hidden road. A little trouble at this intersection yesterday.
Ken Beard is here.
Hey, Ken. Yeah, when I hit this intersection yesterday, there was a truck coming the other way. Had an accident with a truck that was going the same way I was. I got tangled up. Looks like I'm going to deliver at the same place I did before. Yeah, I brought a load up here to the same place from Louisiana. It was over 2,200 miles. I should have gone the other way, dang it. Ah. Hey, yeah. Oh! Wow, shades of Alaska. Yeah, no kidding. I am stuck.
What's this, quicksand?
Yeah, quicksand. That's it. Well, fortunately, it's not a world trucks load, so I can do that. Wow, do I even dare go back that way? I think I'll just stick over here. And I'm fighting the clock, so I'm just going to do this from outside. I guess I should have teleported myself right into the parking spot. I wonder, you know, that happened to Lurch and I in Alaska. I wasn't expecting that here.
Mom says I lost a load in ETS the same way.
Was it in ProMods? Or Euro base game? By the way, did I get any damage in the cargo? Yeah, trailer. Not my trailer, so it's gonna hurt. Well, maybe. We'll see. I'm just botching this all kinds of ways. On Sardinia, huh? Ooh, I was not late and I got an excellent. No damage. Yay! Let's have a look at the map here. So, Butte all the way up here. Now there are some viewpoints, and like I haven't been to Revelstoke yet, as you can see. That looks like an interesting drive. 427 hardcore points, 3.8 stars. Thank you. Yeah, for those of you who do hardcore, especially in American Truck, we need some hardcore points. Now we should get some tomorrow. We're doing a convoy in American Truck Simulator. So if you haven't clicked the interested button yet on that and you'd like to attend, please do so. We need, especially you hardcore folks. And let me know if you want the K100E in for that. We will add it in. Okay, well, I'm going to call it here because it took a little longer than I thought. I was hoping to hit some viewpoints, but what I'll do is sometime in the next few days, I'll go around and record all the viewpoints and create a members only video for that. And just like I did for Louisiana and Nordic Horizon. So let's see, where do I need to go to? I guess I can come down here. Oh, I can turn down this frontage road. Interesting. What's this? What is that? Why does it show gray? None of the other buildings show gray. Oh, there it goes. Be neat if these doors would open when you pull up to them. I was half expecting to go right through the wall. Thank you, Shorty. There, that's a view. Yeah. Okay. Well, I am going to end it here. We'll be back in about 4 hours. Or I'll do my last cruising Louisiana run. And see how that goes. Hopefully better than this. So, thanks for riding along. And it's been a while since we've had a members stream, so I'm glad we got one of these done. And did I close that? Apparently I did. We'll see you back here in a little while for Louisiana. Thanks.